Welcome to Punks Talk Wrestling! On this episode, we discuss the current Queen and King of the Ring tournament brackets, who we now predict to move on, and then we not at all humbly bring to you our PTW Universal Top 12 Battle Royal matches! I am R.W. Hellborn, the PA Rock Prince, hailing quote-unquote from Philly! And I am one half of the Crown, which is one half of your Punks Talk Wrestling Inter-Universal Tag Team Podcast Champion hosts of the world! Now, then, and forever by my side, 3,500 miles away in London, England. He is my tag team podcast partner. He is the other half of the Crown, which is the other half of your Punks Talk Wrestling Inter-Universal Tag Team Podcast Champion host of the world, Mr. Did You Know? Sir King of Reels, the proper prick, CJ Newman!
Did you know that I have a bunch of facts for you about the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? I didn't really know how to word that. I've been trying to think of how to word that this whole time, because I have a few facts, not just one.
About what?
The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, since we're sticking to the Battle Royal theme this episode.
Andre the Giant?
Yeah, the Andre.
Andre the Giant?
Andre
the Giant Battle?
Yeah.
Andre?
Not Andre, because I speak properly. Did you know there have been 10 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royals, and there have been a total of there have been a total of 132 different entrants into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. 132.
Name them all in 60 seconds. Go.
Yeah. In total, over the years, the Memorial Battle Royal has had anything from varying between 33 participants all the way going down to only 20 participants, which was in 2022. But overall, if you add up all the participants, there have been 272 participants altogether. And the person who's got the most success rate would be Bobby Lashley. He's only ever been in one Battle Royal, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and he won the only one he's ever been in. And I'll give you 3 guesses, because fuck it, why not? Which wrestler in the last 10 years has entered the most Memorial Battle Royals?
Ooh.
Give me 3 guesses.
Dolph Ziggler.
No. He is at number. He is at 5. This person is at 6 entrants. He's entered the thing 6 times, and he's the only person that's entered 6 times. Everyone underneath that is 5.
Jinder Mahal.
No, he's also at 5.
Damn, but he's up there. Batista. No.
Batista. Did not expect that to come out of your mouth.
I mean, I've been thinking about Batista ever since the Xavier Woods interview. Like doing the Batista Pyro from WWE 2K24, the highest rated WWE 2K game in franchise history. DLC ECW Punk Pack available tomorrow by this podcast recording, but already when you hear it.
Got your 3rd guess there, buddy?
Fuck. What was my first guess? The Miz?
No,
my first guess was Dolph Ziggler. Miz.
No. But it's Heath Slater.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
The Miz has only been in it twice, and that was the first 2 years in 2014 and 15. Yeah.
Whew.
Heath Slater 6 times.
6 times.
And Out of the 10
Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal participant.
Out of the 10 winners, only half of those winners are still with the WWE. That being Madcap Moss, Matt Hardy, Mojo Rawley, Big Show, and Cesaro all are no longer with the company.
Okay.
And that's it. That's all I got for you.
It's interesting that you named the people no longer with the company.
Oh.
But not the other winners, the winners that are with the company.
Bronson Reed, Bobby Lashley, Jey Uso, Braun Strowman, and Baron Corbin are all still with the WWE.
There we go.
And on that note,
yeah.
How's about we talk about the king and queen of the ring? I posted a reel a week ago yesterday. It's been up for 8 days, and it's not stopping.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that was another. That seems to be another good one. What are?
Yeah, and I mean, like we're. I mean, that's good on us because like that content is nothing but a podcast clip. So,
yeah.
Fuck yeah, go us on that front.
Oh shit, damn, dude, I did not see it. It's already up to 43,000.
Yeah,
like, that's wonderful. 1,800 likes. Holy fuck! Thanks everybody.
Yeah, it just
like
it's been getting really good like consistent comments. Like a lot of people were commenting about the fact that I mentioned Ilya Dragunov in that list, and a few people got what I was talking about in the sense that he's good at slapping. He's good at slapping the man meat. He doesn't bring the man meat, but he slaps the man meat.
Yeah, he's something else. He's the one. He's the one that stands out in that crowd. He can stand toe-to-toe with anyone in that crowd.
Yeah.
Just from he's got a super high constitution.
Yeah, exactly.
We'd have to, what would be actually pretty fun? That would be hilarious to just stat out some of these wrestlers.
That would be great, yeah.
Because he certainly has a extremely high constitution.
Yeah.
Like, that dude has hit points out the ass.
Hit points out the ass.
Hashtag hit points out the ass.
But I was so a lot of people commenting on why I said either Dragunov.
That's why.
That was why. And also a few people commented that I didn't mention Bronson Reed. And you're fucking right. I didn't mention Bronson Reed, and that was my own bad.
Holy shit.
I should have mentioned Bronson Reed.
Dude, Bronson Reed is going to. Our apologies to Big Bronson Reed. I don't want you to show up in our, in either of our recording spaces, being offended by our.
I mean, he's got big in his name. I mean,
yeah, like he's a dude you do not want to offend.
Yeah. So my humble apologies to Big Bronson Reed. You are definitely throwing around the man meat, and you're also slapping the man meat. So. He got released he was released in a way for like a couple of years, and he's in New Japan Pro Wrestling for a little while actually, and had a lot of success there for the very short period.
And then he came back, and look at him now.
Yeah, so
he's on the flagship show. He's on the he's on the meat show.
He's on the meat show, yeah. So moving on from Raw, we had SmackDown last week. We've got. We saw, obviously, the King and the Queen of the Ring continue. Obviously, we spoke about the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring last week when we looked back at Raw. And we didn't actually, on last week's episode, we didn't actually know the brackets for the Queen of the Ring yet. Well, actually, before we get to that, we had a couple of matches happening on house shows. So we had Shayna Baszler was meant to be going up against Zelina Vega, but she wasn't medically cleared to compete. So Maxine,
Zelina Vega injured.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because she's the former queen of the ring. So, but that's definitely a way to insert her into a storyline once there is a new queen and she can insert her way into that. That would be quite cool, maybe. But Maxine Dupree took her place at the house show. So we got Shayna Baszler by submission. And then on the SmackDown side of things, we had, I believe, which show?
That was Shayna Baszler from that was the remaining Raw.
That was the remaining Raw match, yeah.
Right. Because I also saw that Kofi Kingston beat Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, Kofi Kingston beat Rey Mysterio. Yeah. We have Jade Cargill, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, Bianca Belair all qualify on the SmackDown side of the women's Queen of the Ring. We could end up at Jade versus Bianca. I'm really hoping that we do.
Oh, I have a very good feeling.
Very interesting if we do. So
for all of those reasons, well, again, great that they are the tag team champions. It would be extremely smart for them to do this because it can be that friendly rivalry.
Yeah.
Sort of the way you were talking about with Sami Zayn and Jey Uso.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we made our predictions last week. I think it was kind of too early to tell, but who are you going for the final on the Raw and SmackDown side of things, for both the women's and men's, and then also who you got for winner of the whole tournament in general? Because who you got?
Man, I gotta look at the bracket again just to. So right now, what we know is Mysterio, Kofi versus Gunther, Dragunov versus Uso.
That happened on Raw.
What's that? Oh, I haven't seen Raw. Remember, I didn't watch Raw yet. I didn't get to, and I'm not.
Oh shit! You haven't seen Raw. Damn it.
I haven't seen Raw yet, and I wasn't looking at the results.
All right.
So
we
can trim that out. That's fine. Let me go to the Raw result here. What?
If you go to the King and Queen of the Ring 2024 page on Wikipedia, it has the updated bracket. So.
Oh, that's okay. See, shout out to Wikipedia. Support Wikipedia.
So you'll see who won those matches at the very least. But I won't tell you anything else that happened on Raw.
So we are not okay. So we're not getting Dragunov versus Gunther.
No,
we're getting Uso versus which I agree with 100%.
Yeah, I mean it would have been too early for that. We need to build up Dragunov a little more before that.
You're not. Remember, we're not. No one's getting what they want right away.
Yeah,
we're done. That's not.
And also, a few people go, saying, that Jay shouldn't have beat Dragunov. It's Dragunov's second match on the main roster as a Raw superstar. But
it's fucking Jey Uso.
It's Jey Uso. He's on the biggest main event run of his life, and Dragunov's from NXT coming up onto the main roster is a whole different ball game, and it needs to show. He can't just come up and dominate.
It is not a bad thing to go toe to toe with arguably one of, if not the most popular superstar on the roster.
Yeah.
Who could easily have been the world heavyweight champion.
Oh yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yep.
So it's not a bad thing. It doesn't hurt him. It's continuing to show everybody who he is. I can guarantee you more people watched Ilya Dragunov in that match versus Jey Uso than they did in the match versus Ricochet.
Oh yeah.
But also it's great that they're putting Ilya Dragunov versus all of these people that they're also promoting. Ricochet with the new Speed title, and I still don't understand why he didn't come out on Raw with it, but whatever. It's getting people talking about it. This is getting people talking about it. Are you up? You wanted to see Ilya Dragunov win. I get it. That's fine. But to think that Jey Uso couldn't and shouldn't have beat Ilya Dragunov, it's silly.
Yeah,
it's silly.
Exactly.
It's silly to think that. I would have loved to see Dragunov win too, but going up against Jey Uso, it's realistic.
So we got Jey Uso good to next week. So I gotta say Gunther's gonna win. I want Jey to win, but I gotta say Gunther probably will. I see Gunther getting to the final, and I probably see LA Knight getting to the final, and I reckon the final on the men's side will be LA Knight versus Gunther. That's my bet.
See, I am. Did the Randy Orton Carmelo? Hey, no, that match.
That's coming this
yet.
week. Yeah.
I honestly think
Carmelo Hayes to the final.
We're gonna get Orton. We're getting Orton's beating Carmelo Hayes.
Okay, cool.
For the same reason Jey Uso beat Dragunov.
Yeah.
Like it's for exactly the same, and with the exact same reaction, you're gonna have people upset about it. But
hey, I
talk
mean,
about it.
look, going toe to toe, as you say, going toe to toe like he did the other week with Cody Rhodes is no different. It's going toe to toe with Randy Orton. It's huge.
Yeah,
and
it's
look at
huge.
this, like he's.
And then we're gonna have here's what I think. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. Go on.
You go. I don't think LA Knight is gonna go. I think we're getting Tama Tonga over LA Knight.
Okay.
Giving him a super big push up to Orton. So we're gonna get Tama Tonga versus Randy Orton, which reignites some bloodline shit.
Well, it doesn't need. Yeah. Well, I guess it. Yeah, because because we just had LA Knight. Sorry. We just had the bloodline versus Orton and Owens, didn't we?
Yeah,
so.
I think we're getting Gunter over I think we're getting Gunter over Orton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's Gunter. Yeah.
I think Gunter's getting
I'm reading
it.
this correctly, right?
Yeah.
We have
We've got 2 matches on SmackDown this week, and then next week
Yeah.
on SmackDown we got the semifinals, and then
Gunter's
literally the
gonna
next day we have the final. May 25th.
Holy shit! I know it's next fucking weekend.
Yeah.
When we were discussing with Danny the Brain the status of the MBD CNA, earlier he mentioned how soon King and Queen of the Ring
it's super soon
was coming up. Yeah, that's where I'm going.
All right, so
Gunter's getting it from through Orton, and Orton's getting. We're gonna get Tama Tonga versus Orton, and Orton's gonna put a plug in some bloodline stuff.
And on the on the women's side of things, I'm gonna say that Io Sky is gonna beat Lyra Valkyria next week on Raw, and then we're probably gonna get Jade. Okay.
I know.
We're not.
This is tough.
Not. I've decided. So we're not getting Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair.
I don't think we
are.
are. Looking at it now,
We're getting Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
And then Tiffany Stratton is going to beat Jade Cargill, and then we're going to have Queen Tiffy because it makes total sense for her to have a Queen gimmick. Are you kidding me?
Yep. Oh, she's a prince. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's going to face Io Sky or Lyra Valkyria. It doesn't really matter. End of the day, Tiffany Stratton's winning the Queen of the Ring.
And people are going to be really upset that Jade Cargill's going to lose.
Yeah, but as long as she will lose in a screwy fashion, and that's all that matters.
Exactly.
That's all that matters.
She'll lose in a way that way that makes sense. Yeah. She'll lose in a way that makes sense.
Yeah.
She'll lose in a way that doesn't hurt her because they're not. I mean, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
They know what they're doing here.
Exactly.
But I think we're on the same page there. We're calling it. I'm calling Tiffany Stratton too.
Yeah.
Man, we should have got that interview. We should have been.
And one more.
We almost
did. Yeah. And I guess the only other thing that we really need to talk about for the last few weeks is that we have a huge match coming up at the King and Queen of the Ring at Saudi Arabia, which is Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul, champion versus champion. And by all accounts, it wasn't very clear, but it seems like that this match is for both championship titles.
Yeah.
So this match has come out straight out of left field. I didn't see this match coming at all, but hell yeah, I'm up for this.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like you said, they didn't make it extremely clear, but it certainly sounded like it was a title for title kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cody also has never won the U.S. title.
Yeah, and I think the fact that he stated that in the promo on SmackDown would insist that it's for the championships because he wants to win it, right?
Exactly. They could. I certainly don't see them having a dusty finish, like a disqualification or a double count out or something.
Yeah. Well, if
that would be disappointing.
I mean, you got to think. I mean, to go completely behind the scenes here, but Logan Paul is expecting a child very soon, and it could just.
I don't know.
Yeah, his.
See, I don't know that. I didn't know that. That's great. This works out. This is the kind of thing. I'm glad, even though we don't really know a lot of these things, I certainly don't read any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But there you go. That's all. Like, knowing that he.
I mean, I only found out because I follow Logan Paul and he announced, that he's having a baby. So
that kind of stuff is okay to know.
Yeah.
I think it's good to. I think honestly, there's some level of transparency that's good to understand with this.
Yeah.
And who better than Cody, I guess, than to take it from him.
Yeah.
It also means there can be a system where either Cody doesn't necessarily retain it. It can be up for grabs. Then we could have another battle royal for a vacated U.S. championship. We may be looking. We may very well be looking at literally just that again, because Cody Rhodes will. Winning the championship was all that really mattered. He can vacate it so that he doesn't have to lose it.
Yeah. Or
absorb it. I think we've got.
You never
Triple
know.
H, Triple H, you're listening. I know you're listening. You can have that one. You're welcome.
The last time
we've got it.
Anyone held both of these championships was Seth Rollins. So, and he did defend them separately as well. And I could totally see. Hell, fuck it. I could see Cody Rhodes losing the US title at a house show. Because why the fuck not? That would be really cool.
For sure.
For
certain. For certain. You can defend them separately. This also feeds well into the Seth Rollins Cody Rhodes continual rivalry ish, because Seth Rollins wasn't just the last person; he was the only person.
Yeah,
he's the only person to have ever held the U.S. title and world heavyweight championship at the same time.
Yeah. So I'm well up for it. I definitely could see Cody Rhodes with both those championships. I also think that Logan Paul is a perfect person to have Cody Rhodes go up against right now, because I think there was a little bit of a worry that maybe once Cody had won the championship, that how some fans can be, that Cody would start getting booed. I think by putting him up against Logan Paul, no one cheers for Logan Paul.
No,
so it's the perfect person to put him up against right now.
Yep. And he needs good matches.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
This is going to be a great fucking match.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to seeing it.
About next week's episode, we need to roll for a King of the Ring event that we're going to rewatch.
Oh yeah, hold on.
So there have been now. I think to make this easier, there have been. This is the 12th King of the Ring / Queen of the Ring. Not tournament, but event, and we're going to go with just events here, right? So
okay.
I think for
independent from when they were like.
Then when they used to do on Raw and SmackDown, or have the final at a pay-per-view or something like that. So this is the first. This is the there've been 12 altogether. Now the last one before this is 2015. It's quite recent, but I propose that it's been a little while since we've watched or done a review of an old pay-per-view on this podcast. So
gotcha.
The first 10 King of the Ring pay-per-views ran from 1993 to 2002, which is 10. So if we roll a D10, that will determine what we're watching next week.
I think that's great.
So
let's go for it. You got a D10?
I've got a D10 right here.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Roll that.
Here we go.
Roll that beautiful D10.
Oh, let's do that again. It fell off the fucking table. 8. We have got King of the Ring 2000.
Oh shit! Okay.
So we've got
from Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah. So we've got now. This is back in the days when they used to do the quarterfinal, semifinal, and final all on one night.
Yeah. So the winner had wrestled
three times.
In three times.
Well, the winner and the runner-up. Yeah.
Right.
So we've got the whole King of the Ring tournament. which features.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Which features Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, Crash Holly, Bull Buchanan, Rikishi, Chris Benoit, Val Venus, and Eddie Guerrero. We've then got a Fatal 4-Way Elimination Tag Team match for the WWF Tag Team Championship, which is Edge and Christian versus Too Cool versus the Hardy Boys versus T&A.
Okay.
We've got Pat Patterson versus Gerald Briscoe in a hardcore evening gown match for the WWF Hardcore Championship.
Attitude Era.
Fuck yeah.
Attitude Era.
We got D-Generation X versus the Dudley Boys in a handicap tables dumpster match. You heard right. Mm-hmm. And then we've got The Rock and the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and The Undertaker versus Mr. McMahon, Shane McMahon, and Triple H, which is a 6-man tag team match for the WWF Championship.
Yes, and if I remember correctly, the stipulation was whomever on the other team won the match would be the winner, and that's how they lost because, of course, none of them, the Brothers of Destruction, neither Kane or the Undertaker would allow The Rock to win, and then they also didn't let each other win.
Yeah. So I'm very much looking forward to watching this event. We got in 2008, I'm just going to read this here just to give a little bit of a preview. In 2018, Kevin Pantoja of the 411 Mania gave the event a rating 2.5 in brackets, very bad. So it would have fit in as a WCW 2000 pay-per-view. So good to know.
Well, you know what? I'm hoping that this is one where there's a link that says edit, and I hope that after next week we're going to have an edit in there that says in 2024, Punks Talk Wrestling gave the event a something, whatever we give it.
A 20.
We'll see. I mean, listen.
Hey, it might be great.
What we give it is what we give it.
That's right.
And what we give it is going to get edited on Wikipedia. Shout out to Wikipedia, support Wikipedia. We really got to start doing that.
Do we now, before we get to our top 12 Battle Royals, should we do an interview?
Yeah, why not? Who do we have?
I was thinking Tommaso Ciampa because I did a reel today, and I've already done 2 reels for Tommaso Ciampa. So
yeah, let's do the Ciampa one. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we get into the Punk Talk Wrestling official top 12 Battle Royals of our times. Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah. Sometimes I get them right off the top,
Those are some words in a certain order.
Uh-huh. We'll go with it.
Yeah.
That's how this podcast always
goes. Just go with it.
Just words in front of other words in an order.
Yeah. I guess without further ado, here is Psycho Killer, one half of DIY, former NXT champion, Tommaso Ciampa. CJ here with Punk Talk Wrestling. I'm here with Tommaso Ciampa. Nice to meet you. I've got a few quick fire questions. That's cool with you. Do you have a pre or post match workout? Ritual, sorry.
I don't. Younger I did. Now maybe one set of push-ups if I'm lucky.
Sure. Go ahead. If you could come out to any entrance ever, what would it be?
I would bring Psycho Killer back to the big stage because that was my favorite thing I did on the Indies.
Amazing, great.
I tried a lot.
With the mask and all and everything.
In the music.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, that Talking Heads.
Yeah, great song. Great band.
Yeah.
Cheesecake or cheese steak?
Oh, God. Can I have both? I'll have the cheesesteak and then the cheesecake right after.
All right, yeah.
If I do it in one sitting?
Yeah. Okay, cool. First album you ever bought?
This is pathetic. I don't do music. And I don't mean that like I don't listen to music. I listen to it.
Okay.
I probably can't name 5 artists.
We asked Johnny yesterday. His was chocolate starfish and hot dog flavor. What? Limp Bizkit.
Wow.
So yeah.
I bet it was a Kid Rock one, but I have no idea. That might be a total lie. I don't know.
Amazing. Do you have a favorite? Well, it's kind of saying. Do you have a favorite band though, or artist? This is a punk rock podcast, so if there's a punk rock band, favorite punk band
I'm
at
the
all?
worst. I don't think I do. Like I genuinely, my brain's so broken
Sure.
that I don't know lyrics.
Cool.
I'm bad.
That's cool.
I'm
That's cool.
sorry.
No, you ain't gonna apologize.
Yeah.
Let's say it's the Talking Heads.
Let's go with
Yeah, Talking Heads.
So I'll give you a side note. Chris Hero one time ribbed me at Pro Wrestling Gorilla and
Sure.
had me come out to Ricky Martin's
Really?
because he asked me, he said, what did you train to when you were little?
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember my brother having this Ricky Martin CD and I played it on loop while I was lifting. And sure enough, that night I came out to Ricky Martin.
Amazing. Have you ever I don't know if you play the 2K games or anything.
I played it recently because we did like a demo and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever recreated any of your matches before or after they've happened?
I've never used myself in a game.
Really?
Yeah.
That must feel weird, right?
I don't know. I just never, because like I never feel like he looks or does what I do. Like
Sure.
his mannerisms
Yeah,
and his
no,
walk.
you know it's not you. Yeah. I think
one
LA
time
Knight did a lot of the
I feel
mocap,
like
so
Low-Key did
blame
my
him.
mocap one year.
Oh, really?
The
Oh,
way the
Low-Key.
guy walked, I was like,
That's Low-Key. Socks to bed, yes or no?
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, good man, a good man. No one said yes yet, I think.
Oh, yeah, no.
I think one person said they didn't care, but
I don't even know a socks person.
yeah. And my last question is not good for you, but if you could recommend any musical artist, what would it be?
If I could recommend
Any musical artist, someone that's less known.
I'm so bad. Who would it be? Oh, do you know who Livingston is?
No, I don't.
Is he popular? Okay,
No,
so
no,
he
no.
pops up on my Instagram a
Okay,
lot.
what kind of music's that?
I don't know. I don't know, but he's good though.
Livingston.
All
right,
yeah.
cool.
Maybe Sean Livingston, but Livingston is his thing on Instagram, and
Okay,
he's actually
cool.
really good.
All right, check
Or
it
he's
out.
terrible if you don't like him.
All right,
he's
right.
terrible if you don't like him. But I think he's good.
All right, perfect. That's it, man.
Thanks.
So much. Appreciate it. Thanks so much, man.
There it was. Former NXT champion Tommaso Ciampa.
That was great. I
Interv-
really enjoyed. That was the first interview I did. Actually, no, that's a lie. Second, I did.
Yes, that was the first one you did.
First
at
one I
the
did
Friday,
at the press
Friday
junket.
morning.
Yeah, and
at a proper press junket.
yeah, I was nervous as shit, but he was absolutely fucking lovely, and it was great because Ciampa's up there as one of my favorites. So it was really cool to have the opportunity to actually speak to him for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So
and we did also get Johnny Gargano the day before.
We did, yeah.
I think we had a clip. You made a reel with him.
I have done
earlier,
one.
I think.
Yeah, I've done one reel with Gargano. And his interview was great too. He actually.
Yeah, we'll put that up. We'll put that up. Next week or another week or whatever.
Yeah.
We're going through them.
We're getting through them. Yeah, we got loads more to come. But yeah, hell yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, that was. It is nice. One of the things about spacing these out is it is kind of nice because we get every week we get to kind of reflect back on how fucking awesome that was.
Yeah.
And and it's an easy way to shoe in just continually thanking Al and 2K Games for
That's right.
2K Games, the highest rated, most popular, I guess all the best rankings, thumbs up and loves
And
in franchise history.
if you're listening to this podcast right now, then
by the time you hear this,
the first DLC pack, the CM Punk,
the CM Punk ECW Punk pack,
is out right now, which says the
As
Dudley
of
Boys,
May 15th.
Sandman, Terry Funk, and of course CM Punk.
If
Who
you
looks
haven't
fucking
already-
incredible, by the way. I put
Yes.
up the post. The last time Punk was in a 2K game was 2K15, and holy shit, like the difference.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You don't think the
difference.
graphics
And-
have changed that much in like 10 years, but believe you me,
But they have.
they really fucking have. So
And I know we're still awaiting CM Punk to accept the invitation to collaborate on that post. I know, I know his inbox is probably pretty full. He was locked in the WWE headquarters over the last
fucking
the
brilliant.
one weekend for a while, and so I'm sure he's backlogged. But as I've always said since day one and forever, I've loved CM Punk. He's been a fan, number one fan.
Sure
as
thing,
always,
pal.
Forever.
sure thing, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as long as I can remember, as long as I can recall, this year since he's been back.
Had a few bangs to the head, but
I've had a few bangs. I have
Yeah.
had a few bangs to the head. That's okay. People change. Like I said, people change. People see things differently later in life, and they realize something that maybe they didn't thought they didn't like. They actually loved all along.
That's right.
It was never about him to begin with. Maybe it was maybe it was me. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe past me, old RW Hellborn wasn't angry at CM Punk. Maybe old RW Hellborn was just angry at himself, and now not. I don't know. Or just sometimes you change your mind. Sometimes people.
Maybe it was that one.
But goddamn, those graphics are amazing, right? Like the change, it's incredible. Go out, if you haven't gotten it, this is the weirdest plug for 2K games
Yeah,
I've
right.
ever done. It's like, if you haven't got it, go get it. What are you waiting for?
What the fuck are you waiting for?
Yeah, do it.
Do you want to get onto our top 12, our universal top 12?
The Punk Stock
90.
Wrestling,
Universal.
Universal top 12.
That's right.
Battle Royals. We decided to number.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. I have somehow, through my very fast research, acquired the in every single match that we have in this top 12 and every single entrant in every single one of those matches.
You have, because you're amazing at what you do.
So,
pat yourself on the back, my friend.
Here we go. Can you hear this?
I'm hearing it.
That's me patting myself on the back.
Me too. Just like DIY, just like
DIY. There you go.
Just like Tommaso Ciampa, who awesome interview that you just heard.
That's right. So how's about this? You go through and read out our top 12, and I will read out in very quick succession. I'm gonna have a dry mouth by the time this is done.
You need some icebreakers. Ice Cube gum.
That's right. Yeah. Some of these battle royals have very little people in them, and some of them have a shitload. So
I believe that I don't know that they like being referred to as little people.
I'm sorry. Very. Let's see how that sounded now. But they're not actually. Yeah.
You can't be saying things like that, Purple Pig. You're gonna get cancer.
You know what I mean. Very. Not as many people as others. But you're also going to hear names that you haven't heard for a very long time. So
that's very true.
I hope you look forward to hearing that. So
yeah. So without any additional ado, taking all the ado out.
No more do left.
No do. No, that's dumb.
That doesn't
real
work.
bad.
I'm sorry.
That doesn't work at
I was looking
all.
forward to seeing where you were going to go with it.
Ooh,
but there was nowhere to go with it.
I pumped the brakes on that hard. Sometimes you just when you open up the wrong door at a pier in Miami and you realize that's not the strip club you meant to go to.
Because if you get rid of the and get rid of to do, you're left with nothing. So it's no no do, just.
So actually, I kind of did it right.
Yeah, but
I inadvertently did it correct. It's just dumb.
Yeah, it's just dumb.
It's just garbage.
Yes, garbage. Yeah, we haven't said that one in a while.
Hashtag garbage.
Hashtag garbage.
Yeah, it's been a while.
How about you start us off, number 12?
How about we actually start doing that?
Yeah.
Number 12, we have the Hardys. Were they? I don't know why they came up as the Hardys. They were going by the Hardys.
I think
for a
they
while,
were at the
not Hardy
time
Boys.
because I think everyone was like, "You're kind of too old to be called the Hardy Boys." So
they kind of were.
but they went back to the boys again.
They did.
Yeah.
And then they shouldn't have, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But the Hardys win the World Tag Team Championships on Raw, April 2nd, 2007. We found out that the reason that this was happening was that Shawn Michaels and John Cena were the tag team champions at the time.
That's
and I
right.
don't remember this. I don't know how this happened. It was 2007.
So they won they won the tag team championship. They also defended the tag team championships in another battle royal earlier in the night. So this is the second time in the night that they were defending them in a battle royal. I have no idea why this was the case.
We need to go. We need to have a. We're probably going to have a review. Someone go back for us.
Yeah.
So, listeners of the podcast, anyone that wants to become an immediate intern of the podcast, go back and watch Raw April 2nd, 2007, and explain to us what the fuck. How did we get here?
How did we get here? But here you go. In a time where no tag teams had tag team names, these are the entrants in this battle royal. We had Brian Kendrick and Paul London, Chavo Guerrero and Gregory Helms, Dave Taylor and William Regal, John Cena and Shawn Michaels, Johnny Nitro and The Miz, Kevin Thorne and Marcus Corvon, Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch, the Sandman and Tommy Dreamer, and Val Venus and Viscera were the entrants in this battle royal.
And the Hardys, the only team,
The only team with a name
team.
was the Hardys. Yeah.
The only team that was actually a tag team.
The only team with yeah. Well, I guess the Miz and Morrison were a tag team.
Yeah, Miz and Morrison were a tag team.
Like,
but they were called Miz and Morrison.
Yeah,
right?
London and Kendrick were a tag team, but yeah, I mean, no one had names, so
they were just
Cade and
Paul
Murdoch. I loved
Kendrick.
Cade and Murdoch. They were a great tag.
I
team.
remember. Yeah, those guys were fun.
Yeah,
those guys were just old school beat 'em up kind of.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of like. Oh man, I miss them so much. The Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah,
man, fucking love them. Just good old big beefy beat 'em up guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Anyway,
number 11.
Yeah, number 11, The Miz. We've got The Miz winning the Intercontinental Championship at the 2014 Battleground. I just have a note that says, "Oh, Wade Barrett. This was Wade Barrett was the previous champion who had to relinquish the title due to injury." And I don't think we figured out whether that was it. Was that the injury that kind of put him out? Like that he didn't come back from?
I'm not sure if this was the injury that put him out for good, but it was definitely something. It was definitely towards the end of his career. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't around too much longer after this. I mean, I can quickly find out probably.
Somebody let our unpaid intern do it.
Yeah. Whoever that is. And in this match, we had Xavier Woods, Zack Ryder, The Great Khali, Sin Cara, R-Truth, Curtis Axel, Damian Sando, Diego, Ryback, Titus O'Neil, Alberto Del Rio, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Cesaro, Heath Slater, Bo Dallas, Sheamus, and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler being the last to be eliminated by The Miz. So
nice.
That was the entrance in our number 11 entrant.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
At the number 10 position, Sheamus winning the United States Championship on May 5th, 5/5, 2014. I don't know why I said it like that. This was
almost 10 years ago to the day. Like,
holy shit, yeah, 10 years ago. And a couple days.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sheamus. He's back. This was during the height of Shield versus Authority, and Dean Ambrose was the champion at the time with a 351-day title reign, which he needed to defend that title in the Battle Royal.
Yep.
And as we know, because I just said, Sheamus wins.
Yeah, Dean Ambrose had the third longest U.S. Title reign of all time. under only Rick Rude and Lex Luger, and still holds that to this day as well. So that's kind of cool.
Still to this day.
And in that match was
Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose, Cody Rhodes, Goldust, Mark Henry, Titus O'Neil, Xavier Woods, R-Truth, Kofi Kingston, Damian Sandow, Sin Cara, Dolph Ziggler, Heath Slater, Santino Marella, Zack Ryder, Jack Swagger, Curtis Axel, Fandango, Ryback, Sheamus, and The Big Show. A lot of people in that match were in that last match, actually, if you were listening.
Yes, because Battleground 2014 was in 2014. This was 2014. They were both in 2014.
That would explain it then, yeah. Number 9. 9.
Christian winning the IC title at Judgment Day, 5/18/2003. You found some really interesting information about this.
I did.
Yeah.
Well,
about why the
Intercontinental
title.
So this was the only time in history that the Intercontinental Championship was not vacated but completely, what's the word here? Retired. That's the word I'm looking for. So it was unified with the World Championship in October of the previous year in 2002. I don't know why. I'm sure there's a story behind it, and I'd like to look into it at some point. But
in turn,
and maybe Danny Brain could care to explain at some point as to
Danny Brain could. Oh man, I mean, he probably could.
Could.
But this is why we need it. This is why we need our unpaid intern, because he is swamped right now with DC and AB.
So
information.
So this is them bringing this championship back, and this was a only 9-man battle royal. It said Lance Storm, Kane, Test, Val Venus, Rob Van Dam, Goldust, Chris Jericho, Booker T, and Christian, all former Intercontinental champions in their own right, actually. So
except for Booker T,
I
believe.
Maybe you're right.
I believe it was. But yes, it was all former. That's why the odd number. They were all former Intercontinental champions except for Booker T for some reason, and I don't know why.
He did. He won it.
Oh, he was?
He did. He won it.
Then I saw something that was incorrect on the internet.
What a fucking shock.
Slamming my fists in discontent here.
Also,
how dare something be wrong?
If you want to go and watch something that sounds incredible, go watch Judgment Day 2003, because you can go and watch John Cena with the FBI versus Benoit, Rhino, and Spanky. You can see La Resistance versus Scott Steiner and Test with his testicles. That was that gimmick. Eddie Guerrero and Tajiri versus Team Angle in a fucking ladder match. Tori Wilson and Sable in a bikini challenge. Mr. America versus Rowdy Roddy Piper. Can't make this shit up. Kevin Nash versus Triple H. Jazz versus Jacqueline Trish Stratus and Victoria in a fatal 4-way. And Big Show versus Brock Lesnar in a stretcher match. This pay-per-view sounds amazing.
It's a fucking badass pay-per-view, man.
We might have to just watch that because of the fuck of it.
I know.
Let's remember that.
I'm gonna bold this. We're gonna remember. I'm gonna bold it in my notes that I erase.
Hashtag I'm gonna bold this.
Hashtag gonna bold it. Yeah.
All right. Number 8. Are we at 8?
Number 8.
Yeah.
We're at 8. And we put at 8 the first ever, the inaugural Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 30.
In 2014 again. 2014 was a good year for Battle Royals.
Was a fucking great year for Battle Royal.
The year of the Battle Royal.
Man. It was the year of the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
10 years ago, Battle Royals were big. And look at this. Battle Royals are coming back again. We got Becky Lynch with the Battle Royal. This is not a spoiler. It's a prediction. No, it's not a prediction. It's a spoiler that is in this. Just going to say it now. But that's not now. This is now. Number 8. First ever
in this match, we had what I believe was Yoshi Tatsu's last ever appearance.
I believe you're correct.
Yeah, so Yoshi Tatsu.
I love Yoshi Tatsu.
Brad Maddox, Brodus,
Tatsu.
fucking Brad Maddox. Brodus Clay, the Great Khali, Zack Ryder, Darren Young, Drew McIntyre. Look at that. Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
There's the drop. Heath Slater, Mark Henry, Titus O'Neil, The Miz, Santino Marella, Xavier Woods, Damian Sander, Justin Gabriel, David Otunga, Big E, Fandango, R-Truth, Sin Cara, Tyson Kidd, Goldust, Cody Rhodes, Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston, Dolph Ziggler, Alberto Del Rio, Sheamus, and The Big Show. And it's crazy to see how many people in that match have gone on since this Mania to win WWE Championships. Drew McIntyre, Jinder Mahal, and fucking Cody Rhodes, Kofi Kingston. Like, so many people. It's mad.
That sounded like a lot more than 20 people. Were there 30 people in that?
I think they used to do it where, there were 30 people. They used to match
WrestleMania 30.
They used to match the number of the Mania every year, but they stopped doing that because now we're at 40, so it's a bit much. Holy shit! Yes. I just realized that the Andre the Giant Battle Royal has been going for 10 years already. Holy fuck!
Yes, this is a 10-year anniversary.
That's mad.
I know.
Cool.
You know what else is mad?
What's mad?
People. When the Great Khali won the World Heavyweight Championship in 2007 on SmackDown, July 20th.
Good segue.
Because it was vacated by Edge from a pectoral injury. That's our number 7 entrant.
Cool. Let me tell you why he fucking won the match, shall I?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear who else was in the match?
Yeah.
Batista and Kane were in this match.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But otherwise, it was Chavo Guerrero, Chris Masters, Dave Taylor, Juice and Domino, Eugene, Finley, Funaki, Jamie Noble, Jimmy Wang Yang, Kenny Dykstra, Brett Major and Brian Major, Mark Henry, Matt Hardy, and MVP and Shannon Moore. So it's kind of for the most part, Jobber Central, apart from like 5 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey.
Oh, and Jimmy Wang Yang was
wasn't he the last? Was he the last eliminated?
No, he was eliminated by Hornswoggle, so I guess you could say he was involved too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there it is.
Number 7.
That's number 7.
Oh wait, number 6.
That was number. You sound like Noam Dar for
yeah, I
did. Second. When he used to say Alicia Fox.
The beautiful Alicia Fox.
Also, just shout out to Noam Dar. He's been around for a while.
Yeah, he's avoided a lot of talent cuts.
Yeah.
Somehow.
He's really good at what he does.
Yeah, he's been, how long has he? He's been with the WWE since 2016. He's been there 8 years already.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
That's a fuck, dude.
It's a long time. Yeah, he was in the Global Cruiserweight Series. That fucking tournament was great. I wouldn't mind going back and watching that tournament. It was really good.
That would be pretty cool. We should we'll just do that.
Yeah. Next, number 6.
Oh yes. Number 6 comes to you from WrestleMania 17, 2001's Gimmick Battle Royal. Because wow.
Because it was fun.
I thought we were gonna get something.
I still remember this.
It was fun. It was just fucking fun, man.
Yeah.
And of course, the Iron Sheik wins.
Yeah. We have, who do we have in this match? I got distracted. Sorry.
Yes.
I'll tell you why in a second. We had the Bushwhackers, Luke and Butch, Duke the Dumpster Drosy, Doink the Clown, Nikolai Volkov, Tugboat, The Goon, Earthquake, The Gobbledygooker, Brother Love, Michael Hayes, The One Man Gang, Kamala, accompanied by Harvey Wimpleman, Kimchi, definitely not racist, Jim Cornette, Repo Man, and Sergeant Slaughter. The reason I got distracted because I was like, who was Kimchi? It turns out that was the Brooklyn Brawler. So, yeah. This match definitely having the highest average age of any battle royal in this entire top 12. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think probably the average age at that time was probably like in the high 60s.
Yeah,
maybe, you know.
And it's funny that the next match sounds like it could have happened at this. This match sounds like it could have happened at our number 5 spot in the same year, because go for it.
Yeah, at number 5, the Intercontinental title is on the line on Monday Night Raw, October 4th, 1993. Shawn Michaels has been suspended and refused to vacate the title. And someone at the time, whoever was in charge, probably President Jack Tunney, said,
Or Gorilla Monsoon.
Or Gorilla Monsoon, I think it was Gorilla Monsoon, said, not gonna happen, Shawn. You're suspended. And we gotta have an Intercontinental title. Champion. Probably said it better than I just said it.
Yeah. Best Gorilla Monsoon impression I've ever heard, though. So in this match, we had IRS, the 1-2-3 Kid, the MVP, who, again, is the fucking Brooklyn Brawler. Mr. Perfect, Macho Man Randy Savage, PCO. He's known as PCO now. I could never pronounce his name back then.
Still can't.
No, still can't. Jacques, which is the Mountie. Giant Gonzalez, Marty Jannetty, the Bastion Booger. God,
I remember Bastion Booger.
Owen
oh
Hart,
my God,
Tatanka, Mabel, Bob Backlund, and Superfly Jimmy Snuka. In a near 20-minute match as well. A long one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the end of that match saw Razor Ramon and Rick Martel both be eliminated simultaneously.
That's right.
I don't know why I'm talking like this now.
Yeah, you're suddenly talking like some sort of sports announcer. It's weird.
Yep.
Yep, and that's just how it is.
Just how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
No, but this led to Rick Martel winning his one and only, I believe, Intercontinental title. Always a fan of Rick. I was a fan of Rick Martel in my youth. He was. He was another one of those guys.
Good gimmick as well.
Yeah, I hated when he turned heel. He was one of the first guys that I remember becoming a heel. You know, when he became the model.
Yeah, yeah.
Because before he was like tag teaming with Tito Santana, right?
He was, and I can't remember their tag team name, but he was, yeah. Hold on, they were called Strike Force.
Strike Force, that's right.
Yeah, Strike Force.
Strike Force.
Former tag team champions.
Man. Rick Martel is featured in the Riverside Odds video for the Camel Clutch. During the line, when I say Boston Crabs are too damn weak, because Rick Martel's move was Boston Crab. And it's too damn weak.
How is it that you're only now bringing up that song when you had the perfect opportunity to bring it up earlier?
I know, but because I got distracted too. But hey, we always bring it back around. That's the doesn't matter when it went off track. It only matters when it gets back on.
Which is now. Which is number 4.
Which is right now. The match that started the reason for this episode's topic. I'm gonna get through this one.
We're getting there one by one.
Yeah, we're good there. Becky Lynch winning the Women's World title on Raw, April 22nd. Mere weeks ago.
Weeks ago, yeah.
That sparked all of this hullabaloo on the internet about who should have won, and it shouldn't have been Becky.
And it shouldn't have been a Battle Royal.
And it shouldn't have been a Battle Royal. But if anything, this list has already proven to you
that shitloads of titles have been won in Battle Royals.
And this is just WWE. This doesn't include...
believe me, there's shitloads more than this.
There's a bunch more. There were, so...
Shut the fuck up. The proper prick says shut the fuck up, and these are the participants. Becky Lynch, Chelsea Green, Pippa Niven, Candice LeRae. It's Piper Niven. I always say Pippa Niven.
It's Piper Niven. Well, you're British, and it probably is Pippa Niven,
yeah,
and we're the ones saying it wrong.
Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell, Natalia Ivy Nile, Maxine Dupree, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Liv Morgan, Katana Chance, Caden Carter, Nia Jax. That's who's in that match. Or was
that match. And again, talk about a legitimately great battle royal match.
Oh yeah, that was
All
great.
of the there's half a dozen storylines going on in that match alone. Everything was done right. Becky Lynch is good with the belt. Like, Becky Lynch is best for business.
Yeah. Next match, number 3, top 3.
Gail Kim on her debut, Monday Night Raw, June 30th of 2003. Jesus, over 20 years ago.
That's right.
Gail Kim debuted.
Yeah.
In the WWE.
She wasn't even there very long either.
Yeah, but she walked in and she took the women's championship.
Yeah, I remember this really well for some reason.
Yeah. Gail Kim was fucking great.
Oh, yeah. There are only 7 women in this match. Trish Stratus, and it's a fucking who's who of the women's division back then.
That probably was the whole women's division.
It probably was, to be fair.
Too.
Trish Stratus, Victoria, Jazz, Ivory, Molly Holly, Jacqueline, and Gail Kim. Jazz was going in as champion, defending her championship in this Battle Royal. So
yeah, so once again, having to be defended, is also a thing that has happened more than once. What is next on this list, though, and what is probably what many people might consider a number one. Once again, we're back in Philadelphia. We're back at, is it a Monday Night Raw? I didn't write that down.
It's SmackDown again.
It's a SmackDown. We're back at SmackDown.
Because SmackDown's held shitloads of
SmackDown's had a lot of battle royals. So there's a lot
yeah.
on this list. A list that didn't happen on SmackDown that didn't even make this list.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle walking away with the World Heavyweight title on January 13th in Philadelphia after Batista needed to vacate. I wrote vacate.
Vacate the championship. A pretty big thing actually about this match is that this match got announced that they'd be crowning a new world champion in this battle royal, but Kurt Angle at the time was a Raw superstar, and so there were 19 people in the ring, and Kurt Angle came out in the end as the last entrant to make it 20. So and then he won the world title and then became a SmackDown superstar after the fact.
Look at that.
Yeah. So entrants in this match were Brian Kendrick, JBL, Bobby Lashley, Mark Henry, Matt Hardy, Mercury, Nitro, Nunzio, Orlando Jordan, Paul Burchill, Paul London, Psychosis, Rey Mysterio, Road Warrior Animal, Simon Dean, Super Crazy, Sylvan, Vito, and William Regal. That was your 20 entrants in that match.
It's a good mix.
It's
of,
a D.
people.
It's a mix.
It's a mix. It's a mix.
Number 1.
The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal from WrestleMania 33 in 2017. And when you look at this match, you might say to yourself, R.W. Hellborn, you've clearly lost your mind. How in the fuck could this match be the number 1 match? And I'll tell you. I'll tell you why.
Tell us why.
I'll let you run off all the participants except for one, except for the one that was last eliminated.
Primo, Kalisto, Simon Gotch, Heath Slater, Jey Uso, Goldust, Connor, Big Show, Victor, Braun Strowman, Kurt Hawkins, R-Truth, Rhino, Aiden English, Curtis Axel, Jimmy Uso, Jason Jordan, Chad Gable, Tyler Breeze, Fandango, Sin Cara, Mark Henry, Tian Bing. Cool. Epico, Bo Dallas, Apollo Crews, Dolph Ziggler, Luke Harper, Titus O'Neil, Sami Zayn, Killian Dane, and...
Oh, damn, yeah. And the winner of the match being Mojo Rawley.
Yes.
And again, you're going to question my sanity. You're going to question our reality. But here's the thing. Mojo Rawley only won because he had outside help from Rob Gronkowski.
NFL player. For
NFL
us
player.
British people out there.
If you didn't know who that was.
Because the world doesn't revolve around America.
Exactly. And who did he eliminate? Who was the last person to be eliminated from that match? Who was unjustly eliminated? Do you want to tell him, or do you want me to tell him?
Oh, I can do it. Yeah. Jinder Mahal.
The modern day Maharaja Jinder Mahal, unjustly, illegally eliminated by a competitor, not a person not even in the match. Therefore, by our standards, by the standards and laws that Punks Talk Wrestling uphold, we have declared retroactively Jinder Mahal the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 33, therefore being the greatest Battle Royal of all time.
There you go.
Your winner, Jinder Mahal.
And honestly, I think the WWE would happily just chisel away Mojo Rawley's name and just replace it with Jinder at this point.
I'm pretty sure we could, make a few phone calls and kind of get that retroactively.
Yeah, I mean,
scrubbed,
the Gronk isn't not even a fucking wrestler. Like,
yeah,
who the fuck are you? Right?
He never even did. Yeah. It was a failed. You tried. No offense, that didn't work. And again, and see what happens when you hinder Jinder. See what happens. You fucked up. You fucked up. Triple H, how are you gonna fix this? H, I'm talking to you directly.
H. Paul.
Big P. So there you have it. I mean, to be honest, it's a really good list. It's a lot of great storylines came out of the unfortunate chaos of titles being suspended or titles being vacated due to injury. It sucks when it happens. We all wish Rhea Ripley a speedy recovery. That's the reason why this whole episode started.
It is, isn't it?
We everybody. There's a couple of people that are out on the injured list, and so it just happens. Everybody's going hard. Everybody's putting so much into everything that it's understandable. A couple people get, but I do want to say WWE is doing a really good job of. I think they're doing a much better job of actually protecting their talent.
Oh yeah.
The fact that it looks like a lot of people are out with injury is because before a lot of people would work with injuries a lot longer and then get injured more and then be gone longer and maybe shorten their careers.
Yeah.
Now it's like, fuck, you're even the slightest bit not 100, take time off. Get 100.
Unless your name's Seth Rollins, apparently, who just didn't give a fuck. And
I'm sure there's certain leeway given to certain talent involved in certain major storylines if they want to choose to continue.
Yeah.
I'm sure that given the opportunity, but they're taking much better care of everybody.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah.
So that's what I like to see.
Is there anything else?
Shout outs.
Shout outs.
Shout out to the new followers. We've got.
Yeah, we are 2 followers away from 316.
Oh, dude, that's a good number.
That's a good wrestling number. So yeah, two followers away. So we will be celebrating that the moment it happens. Yeah. Believe you me.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a number of followers this week. If you're listening along, we had a lot of listeners to the pod last week. A lot of new listeners. So a lot of new listeners this week, I'd hope, because we've had maybe like 10, 15 more followers in the last week. So welcome one and all to Punks Talk Wrestling. Hope you're enjoying the ride. Hope you can realize that this is a complete mess, but a fun one. So stick around.
It's a hot mess.
Yeah, it's a hot mess. A hot, sexy mess.
We're hot. We are hot, and we are a mess.
That's right.
So if you want to interact with us on social media, Instagram and Threads at Punks Talk Wrestling. You can also become a patron. Become a patron on our Patreon.
That's right.
Patreon.com/punkstalkwrestling. If you just want us to shout you out individually for no reason whatsoever, or whatever, just hashtag give me what I want.
Shit, I thought
Give me what I want.
we were going to get through a whole episode, but guess not.
You thought wrong, dude. That's GIBBYWAHIWAN for the proper spelling of give me what I want. So there it is.
I think we're done then.
I'm pretty sure we're done.
Pretty sure we're done.
Should we? You want to end it? You don't have to.
How's about we? No, we're done. Fucking hell. Couldn't have butchered that more.
That's a good train. That's going to be a good train right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to.
That's a train wreck of a transition right there.
Yep. That's why we have those. That's why we have little intro entrance themes.
Yeah, to cover that shit up.
I want to say though, I do want to pat myself on the back. I am going to give myself credit. How fucking good did last week's intro line up in fucking French?
It was great. It was fucking great.
Horrible French as it might have been. I haven't gotten official words.
Yeah,
from
we need to get some
French
official words, I think. Yeah.
Um,
I will say that the last few weeks of the podcast, like the editing has been fucking so fucking good.
And our timing is just
I think you know what? I think we're getting better at this.
We're kind of getting better at this because we're doing this every week. We've been doing this every week for 38 weeks now.
38 weeks straight, minus one.
Is this 38? 39? Oh yeah, minus one.
Yeah,
we
because
took 1 week off.
we had to WrestleMania and everything.
Well, yeah, and the MDNE BNA became in effect.
Yeah, exactly. There was a lot of. I can't say anything. I definitely can't say anything. So.
Right, I know. I've probably said too much already. I've got to watch it.
Yeah.
So.